everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Ellena. Thank you so much for tuning in. So today I wanted to kind of talk a little bit about the energies that I've been picking up on. There's a specific message that I want to share for those who are meant to hear it. I want to make sure, you know, if you resonate with this video, obviously there's something here for you. If it doesn't resonate with you, then don't try to make it resonate. I do want to speak on light workers who have really had a challenging time on their mission so far being here. As a light worker, we often go through incredibly deep, dark shadow work, lots of trauma, lots of generational stuff that we need to kind of process and heal. And as we do that, we integrate more light. So as we integrate more light, we illuminate shadows in other people, whether they know it or not. Hence why some people either love you or they really don't like you, because you're bringing up fears and like shadows in the subconscious, even when you're minding your own business. Like, during the process, other people, we can't control what other people learn. However, they either grow or they don't. And many times you probably felt like a lot of people, you're like a walking tower moment. You come across their path and like their lives change dramatically, or things start to show up, and a lot of times people get angry, they're not happy, they don't know what it is, and it's because there's a lot of unhealed stuff. And on a higher level, your higher selves have agreed for you to show up because there's something special about your energy, something special about your unique qualities, your ability to illuminate things. There's codes within you, ancient knowledge and codes within you and in your DNA that causes people to see how far or how close they are into alignment with themselves. Now, what I want to say too is that you will find, if you're one of these people, if you're still with me so far and you're resonating with this message, if you're one of those people, you find that many times you feel like you're misplaced in certain environments, whether that is work, whether that is growing up. You always felt like you were the odd one out in your family, in group of circles. You're kind of always in the periphery, like, and it was by design. It was by design, because you were, how do I say this? You were also learning how to be true to yourself, even when you are in an environment that makes you feel like you're weird, you know, or different, or there's something wrong with you. Like, it was almost like testing your resolve and your resiliency in knowing who you are and being true to yourself, and not just knowing it inside. Okay, there's a difference between knowing something and doing something about it. It's like knowing the truth of who you are and your purpose and your calling, whether you are a catalyst, an earth angel, a star seed, and your purpose here, and embodying that truth is a whole nother ball game. Okay, it's no longer in your mind, you're living it, which is what we should be doing in this physical reality. That is why we are here. We're not here to think about stuff, what we should be doing, or how we could do stuff. We're here to do the thing that we are even imagining. That is just like the first step. Our job is to make it happen. So, and I feel like because of that, you have had to go in spaces where you probably felt very alone, or you had nobody around you to support you except for your guides and your angels. Like, you didn't have a lot of earthly support, or like people to support you, or to truly understand who you are and how you think and resonate with you. So you had to learn to almost put your feet down, stand tall, and be like, if no one's going to stand up for me, I will stand up for me. And I will be true to myself. It doesn't matter how many people don't like me. It doesn't matter how many people try to push me and try to make me like question myself, doubt my intuition, or reject me or isolate me. It's not going to work, because there's a divine knowledge within that is so loud that you cannot allow other people to deter you. It just doesn't work. It's like you'll never fit into the mold that somebody wants you to be. You could try. You probably spent several years of your life trying to fit in, and you're just accepting the fact that you're different and that that is a gift, and you know exactly why you're different, and you know that being different is a powerful place to be because it is a place where you can start to lead others, okay? Which is essentially what you're doing, right? Because if you're in a chaotic environment and you're in the same frequency as them, you wouldn't know the difference, right? It is because you've healed from certain trauma, certain wounds. You're able to see the shadows of other people because you've seen it in yourself. The chances are there's probably parts of your journey where you've met a lot of people and you can see the shadowy aspects of them because you recognize that that was once you, or you had the tendency to do that, or you could have the potential to do what those people are doing, right? So, and because of your awareness and healing of your shadows, your ability to see so clearly, whether people realize it or not, that's what makes people uncomfortable. You see their you see their shadows so clearly that they can't hide it. So on an unconscious level, they feel uncomfortable or anxious around you because they can't bullshit you. They can't lie about it. They can't hide it. It's not like you're judging them either, because you've worked on that, I would assume. Like, to carry that light, you have to do a lot of forgiveness. It's just like, you're not judging them. They're judging themselves. And they make it seem like you're judging them. And then that is when those triggers kind of overtake sometimes for some people. But anyways, if you're resonating with this, I'm going to tell you why things are shifting. Okay, so I don't know, lately I feel like more people are starting to feel a little bit more lighthearted. They're probably feeling a sense of ease. They're probably feeling more at home or at peace, even though, let's say, if their environment hasn't really changed, maybe they let go of certain things, certain negative belief systems. Maybe they let go of pain from their past. Something has shifted energetically in your aura, and sometimes we don't even realize what it is. Because I'm like that. Like, there's times where things shift, and I'm not sure what it is while I'm in it, but when I'm out of it, I start to realize exactly what's happened, which is that you've shifted into a different mission, okay? Whereas you are now moving into the mission of just holding that frequency. And it's not like you didn't hold it before, but it's like you were wavering a little bit because you were learning to stay in your frequency despite the chaos that was around you, even though it was hard. And I'm sure we all have deterred from our path here and there. But because you have chosen to remain true to yourself and you've been consistent enough, Spirit sees that. And it's almost like you graduated into the next phase, which is that you are just going to hold that frequency that is you, the light that is you. And people will begin to rise when they're around you. Like, you almost are you're at a space where you're now allowed to have more peace, because that first role you took was exhausting, but it was training you to be incredibly unwavering in your alignment and in your knowingness of who you are and what you came here to do. So when you're out of that and you pass that course, you pass that lesson, you're now in a space where you hold the frequency of joy and of love, of truth, because you're so consistent now. And now you're going to be placed around people who see you, and they'll know that if there's shadows to be worked on, they will work on it. That's how I feel. And if they don't work on it, they won't bother you. You won't be enmeshed around them. You won't be trapped around them. You won't have to like constantly be around these people all the time, or they just won't project in a way that is harmful or unkind to you. I'm not saying, everyone's going to be peachy keen in this next phase of your life. No, but it's not going to be as severe, because I feel like your first role had to be you placed in really heavy environments, which was very exhausting and probably very tiring, and you probably just wanted to be like, leave me alone. And but now you're kind of holding your frequency, and the right people will start to see it, and they will know what to do. Like, they will know that to step up. They'll know to step up. And if not, then they're not going to be around you for very long, and they won't disrupt your life. You won't be focused on them. Okay, so maybe that was another lesson too. When you're around a bunch of chaos like that, it's like, can you still focus on your wellness, on your peace, on your self-love, or are you always distracted by the chaos and the drama around you of other people? So that's another lesson as well. So I flipped some cards here from the Crystal Mandala Oracle. Yeah, so I feel like the first card is Archon Barbello and Picture Jasper. And it says support. So it's like you have a lot of energetic support right now. You've had it your whole life. However, there's something about earthly support that is here for you. There are people here for you. Okay, not just spirit. You know, you can get spirit to help you, but you need people to help you too. And I feel like maybe before you weren't able to get a lot of support from people, but now you have support from people and from the earth, resources, networking. There's something there that is here to kind of feed your soul too, because you've done that work on healing and bringing and transmuting a lot of shadows. And it's almost like you're now at a space of ease where you're not going to have to face that heavy contrast anymore. You're just going to start to enjoy your life more. Just more peace and more harmony. And I feel like, you know, Ascended Master Serapis Bay, Clear Calcite, Karmic Grace. Okay, so you're letting karma do its thing. You know, whereas maybe before you were trying to fix people, or you're trying to assist them or hold their hands on their journey, at some point we're going to have to let go, right? And say, you are on your own journey. You're going to have to do your own thing. And you know what? The universe and your angels and your guides are watching over you, probably better than what I could do. And I got to trust that, even if you go on your path in a way that may not be the greatest, it's your journey, right? You have to let people do their thing, make mistakes or do whatever to learn their lessons. Because if you coddle people too much and you delay their lessons, that's karma for you. That's something that you will accrue for yourself. Clear calcite is really cleansing your aura. It's a very protective stone. Karmic grace also means that you get to relax now. Obviously, there's still a lot of work to do on the planet, but there's something about you finally taking a breather and getting a little break from life, you know, finally. And it's like to enjoy it, enjoy that peace, right? And know and trust that it's long lasting. Obviously, life has up and downs, but it's not going to be as severe as it once was. Not at that level anymore. And your third card here says Archangel Raphael and Malachite. It's prosperity stone. Archangel Raphael is good for travel. I don't know if some of you are traveling. He also works with the heart chakra. It says grace for the grand gesture. So it's like everything that has led to this moment, that those trying times and feeling isolated, was really to be anchored in your knowingness and your purpose, and to be so strong in it that, like, no matter what happens in your outside world, you know what to do. You know who you are. You won't be influenced by other people, and you will be leading with your heart. You'll be leading with your heart space. And spirit is like saying integrity. It is what you do when nobody's looking, right? Did you always act with integrity in your challenging times? Did you always focus on the highest and best good in your challenging times? Did you take accountability, you know, like, and responsibility for your actions? So if you did something wrong or if you hurt someone, did you try to fix it? You know, there's a lot of things where you can't get to this next role without having done that work. And forgiveness. That's a big thing too. And it all leads to something bigger for you. A life of more joy, of peace and harmony, where you can be more yourself because you've trained yourself to do that. And then you'll have the right people and spaces to align with your reality. It's like your reality is starting to now match with your frequency, and there's not a lot of crazy pushback or triggers, and just no longer feeling stuck. I feel a huge sense of freedom here. I feel like because these roles are shifting, you're more able to focus on joy rather than the seriousness of like, oh, I'm in this environment. I was like, what do I do? What am I here to learn? What am I studying in them? What do they need to learn? How can I make this better? You know, it's none of that heavy lifting anymore because it's not yours. It's not yours. It's theirs. And there comes a time where your support, your energetic support for them to get the picture as well, and your stability as well, needs to go elsewhere because they also need to learn how to stabilize themselves. This is also in regards to work as well. I feel like it's important to say. You'll probably find that you're the type of person that when you leave a space, a lot of things kind of collapse or a lot of like small little things fall apart. And it's because of your energy, but also what you do. Your energy is so grounded and so rooted, right? So people lean on you, people depend on you, even businesses rely on you so much. That's why when light workers that have that anchor, that massive support pillar, when they finally had enough or like leave, or there's divine intervention and spirit pulls them away to some other place, foundations collapse, people get really ungrounded. So, but yeah. So for those who are here still watching my video, congratulations. I do feel like you have graduated to the next level in your path and in your mission, where you get to embody your truth, put action steps towards it to create and serve your community in a better and bigger way. It has more abundance too, more happiness, more joy. So that's a lot of exciting stuff coming for you. So again, congratulations. You've done good. Treat yourself. You deserve it. Okay, so thanks for tuning in, and I'll talk to you later. Okay, bye.